Again trying to drive a way through. There's Charlie Rule. Rasso can't control the ball, loses out, and play stopped for Maureen Kumalo could find her way forward. Well, we have a player down. Captain Dise caught. Was there any contact there? It actually may have just gone down with some cramp. There's a look back at the goal of Chidiak. All her hard work paying off. Had options ahead of her, opted to go alone and rewarded with a goal. Ten minutes left to play in this first of our two FIFA Women's Series games hosted here in Kenya. 4 nations hosting, 4 teams across the globe. And Kenya joining the party in terms of hosting, and will be joining the action shortly with their game against India up next. So it will be a drop ball that gets us back underway. Australia dominant, but maybe not as much as they'd like. It's a nation that sits 153rd in the FIFA rankings. Rasso armed away. Time that Australia are playing at a tournament in an African nation, and the ball will just roll into the chest of Mackenzie Arnold. Good test for the Australian players, but a good performance in terms of her overall defensive setup for Malawi. I think, of course, the question surrounding goalkeeper with Sikelo, conceded the 3 goals, subbed off for Mr. Malidi. Since she's come on, has made some key stops to keep the scoreline at Australia 3, Malawi 0. Sani. And Sani again, and the ball will go out for an Australia throw. Arnold. Australia goalkeeper trying to urge her team forward. Heatley finds Rule. Touch from Kennedy. Rasso. Ball forward. Cut back and seems just a heavy touch. Picking up the ball from McNamara. The attack not over yet for Australia. Rankin. McNamara behind her. Delivery, the header. High and over. Not to be for Hayley Rasso once again. She's found herself in some excellent positions today, just hasn't been able to finish. International debut for McKenna. Plays her football at Melbourne City. Her sister Tian called up to the Croatian squad a couple of years ago. Rasso. Rankin. Easy. Australia have a fourth. And Holly McNamara, who is in such excellent form, finds the back of the net. The celebration's in full flow for Australia. She's been the standout player in the Women's A-League this season. And an easy finish from McNamara to give Australia their fourth. Put on a plate by Rankin. And slotted home. It's Australia 4, Malawi 0. Plenty of calls from Australian fans to have a bigger role in the games over this FIFA series. The likes of Sam Kerr, Caitlin Ford. Just a little rest after the intense and demanding schedule for both club and country this year. Rankin again. Out wide. Kennedy. Nevin. This is better from Australia. Clicking into gear. But the flag goes up against Ronnie Simpson. Tell that fresh legs have made a difference for Australia. Had a touch more fight about them in the second half as it's progressed. But secure in their position now. And they will be through to the final of the FIFA Women's Series here in Kenya. Who they will meet, we will find later on this afternoon, as Kenya take on India in the second of today's games. Saya. Teamson. Amara's there. Can't get the control on it. Kennedy. Nevin. Lana Kennedy. Crosser wins off. Malawi. Kabzeli there is an option still. Watched closely by Charlie Rule. Rankin. Approaching the end of the 90. And the ball given away far too easy. Big chance for Malawi, which they can't convert. But it will be a corner. Well, there is starting to seep in for Australia. Banda there and waiting, unable to make the most of it. 5 minutes of additional time added on at the end of this second half. Australia well in control already. They feel their fate confirmed. We've had sparks in this second half. They'll be desperate for a consolation goal and fizzing over the heads of everyone waiting around. Mackenzie Arnold. Malawi still have a player down. Too much work to do today, Mackenzie Arnold, but did make one spectacular save, or a series of them, to deny Malawi goal from set piece earlier on in the game. Say it. Rasso. She'll keep running here, Rasso. One of the few senior players, along with, of course, the goalkeeper who stayed on the pitch for this whole game, set Hayley Rasso. Through the additional 5 minutes. Time running out for Malawi to find a consolation goal. Kabzeli has been the player to watch in this game. On the ball once again here as Deborah Henry ahead of her. Space may open up for Sani. Keeps the ball in play, lots of power on it, and height. Have the desired direction to meet one of her teammates approaching in red. They're looking to counter. Instead it's Malawi who pinch the ball back. Chizimu. Sani. Chizimu. Puts the ball away to the feet of Rasso. Good from Rasso. Chance will open up again. It's a great strike. And talk about making your debut. Letitia McKenna finds the back of the net. All smiles on her first appearance for Australia. Her first senior call-up. And she finds herself on the end of a well-timed ball from Hayley Rasso into the bottom of the net. Sublime from McKenna, and it is Australia 5, Malawi 0, and Australia through to the final of the FIFA Women's Series 2026 here in Kenya. Well, she said that Sam Kerr has been such a role model for her growing up. That's a finish that Sam Kerr no doubt will be proud of. And they have time for one more here, Australia. Saya, fumbled by the keeper, and then quickly back up before more damage could be done. And that is the whistle. Australia dominant, clicking into gear in the second half. Scoring opened by Emily Van Egmond. Sam Kerr adding another before the break. You can understand the frustration for Hayley Rasso, who herself would have wanted at least a couple. Chidiac found the back of the net for McNamara and McKenna, rounding out the scoring. And, well, there will be hugs all around for Letitia McKenna, scoring on her international debut. There will be a certain number of positives to take for Malawi, who stood defensively strong through the first half. Had runs forward, but not enough to challenge Mackenzie Arnold. Full time here in Nairobi. Australia 5, Malawi 0.